What's up guys, welcome to episode number 18 of Learn To Yoyo. Today we're going to be learning a trick called Trapeze and Brother. Check it out. If you're new to the series and want a yo-yo to practice with, I recommend the Yo-Yo Master Pack. A lot of you guys may already have it, but you can get one of those on my website, gentrystein.com. It'll be the first link in the description. The yo-yo I'll be using in this video is the second yo-yo in the Yo-Yo Master Pack, which is the responsive ball bearing yo-yo, and I want to let you guys know this will be one of the last responsive tutorials I'll be uploading for a little while. Most of the tutorials from this point over the next few weeks are going to be unresponsive tricks. But this one's a really important trick for you guys to learn, just like the last trick we learned, double or nothing, because it's going to be the foundation of a lot of other tricks that we'll learn. So let's get right into it. The first step is going to be to throw a trapeze. And if you guys remember how to control the yo-yo while it's on the string, we can move that throw hand to either side, and that's going to help us control the yo-yo and get that tilt on point. So if we throw, get to that trapeze, and it's tilted, let's say it's tilted forward, we want to push our throw hand forward, and the yo-yo is going to spin back the opposite way. It's going to tilt back the opposite way. If it's tilted back, we want to push our throw hand string back, and that's going to help us with the tilt. But like I said, a lot of you guys already know that, especially if you've been working on the double or nothing like we learned in the last episode. Now it's pretty important that you guys have mastered both the trapeze and the double or nothing before we try the Trapeze and Brother, mainly because those two tricks are going to help us gain the control that's necessary. So in the trapeze, the string only goes around our opposite pointer finger, but in double or nothing, we learn to bring the yo-yo around both pointer fingers and then back around our opposite pointer finger again for double or nothing there. But with Trapeze and Brother, we're actually going to land the yo-yo on our throw hand pointer finger. So we start with the trapeze, and then as we swing the yo-yo off the string is going to transfer on to our middle finger on our opposite hand. And that's when we want to get our throw hand pointer finger ready, because we want to continue the yo-yo's swing all the way around onto this hand. Now as you're practicing this, you might find that landing the string on your throw hand finger is pretty difficult, because at this point we've only landed the yo-yo on our opposite pointer finger with trapeze and double or nothing. So now we have to figure out how to control a yo-yo to go on to our throw hand pointer finger. Now we're going to use the same technique kind of as I showed in trapeze and double or nothing, where we want to have our finger on the string and let it slide. Again, that's how we're going to get that control to know how much string we have to have between our finger and the yo-yo in order to get the yo-yo to land properly on the string. Because remember, if we try to do it really big like this, we have so much more room for error here. So what I mean by that is, if I go this way, I was trying to figure out which angle to go there, but we go here, you can see I have all this room for error that I could possibly miss. Whereas if the string's really short here, it's going to be much easier to land because we have less room for error there. Just like with trapeze and with double or nothing. But again, it's going to feel different because we're used to landing on our opposite pointer finger. This one, we're going to be landing on our throw hand pointer finger. From this point, remember, we're actually transferring the string over to our middle finger on our opposite hand. So this might feel a little bit weird at first, because with trapeze and with double or nothing, we've been used to keeping the string on our pointer fingers, but now we're actually transferring that string. So we have to remember not to let it slide off, or we don't want to do anything funky with our finger, like twisting it or anything like that, or curling it. We just want to make sure that our fingers are close together here, so that way when we swing it off, it transfers basically automatically. So what I mean by that is if you pinch your pointer finger and middle finger together, then as soon as you swing off, the string is automatically going to transfer to your middle finger, and that's going to set you up to be able to continue swinging the yo-yo around so you land it on your throw hand pointer finger. Now, the same thing from here is going to happen, where once we land the yo-yo on the string, it might be a little bit difficult to keep the yo-yo straight here. When you're in this position, and if the yo-yo is tilting, if it's going forward, you can just adjust those strings. So push those strings back and forth to get it to tilt back to the position you wanted in, so it's straight. Now you saw just a few seconds ago when I landed the yo-yo on the string, it snagged up just like that. So if that happens, here's how to avoid that. The reason that happens is when you land here, and if you let the yo-yo slide on the string toward your throw hand pointer finger, it's going to snag up on the string there. And so it's essentially just creating friction. And if you remember the video where I showed the guide on how to choose a good yo-yo, we learned how to do the bind. I'll be uploading another video soon going into more detail about binds as we transition into the unresponsive yo-yos. But essentially what it's doing is causing a bind here, where it's snagging up on the string and creates a lot of friction, catches on the inside of the yo-yo there. So to avoid that, we just don't want to let the yo-yo slide toward our throw hand side. It's fine if it slides to our opposite side, because the yo-yo is spinning toward our throw hand side. So as soon as we let it snag up to that side, it's going to roll forward that way and catch on the string there. So as long as we make sure that the yo-yo doesn't slide to that side at all, it's not going to snag. So again, as we're doing this and getting that swing going with the string sliding on our finger, we want to make sure to land the yo-yo firmly in one spot. You can see it almost started to pull back again that way. So I have to really focus on just letting the yo-yo land straight, just like that. It kind of helps if you lower that opposite hand just a little bit, so then the yo-yo doesn't want to slide back this way. By lowering that opposite hand, basically you can see that it just makes this string go at an upward angle, so there's no way it can slide up. So guys, that's going to wrap up this episode of Learn to Yo-Yo. Hope you enjoyed learning this trick. Drop a comment down below and let me know how your practice is going. And look forward to the next video where we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to show you some more responsive tricks before we transition to unresponsive. I'll see you guys then.